Welcome back to City Scene. You know, it's been 8 years since we've had a major overhaul of the city's website. 8 years is a long time to have a website that's not really changing very much, especially with technology changing so quickly. And if you looked at the old site, it was cluttered. It wasn't easy to use. It wasn't easy to find things on it either. And you couldn't use it on smartphones. It was just too much information for such a small area. We knew we needed to do something differently, and the City Council set out in one of their goals to have a well-maintained new website. So that's what we looked to do this year, and we did it. We looked at the analytics. We had to figure out what pages were people actually going to, what were the search terms they were using, was it easy to find the information that people really wanted. We found all that information now. We looked at designs, we looked at the new brand, and trying to find a way to marry all of that together. So what we end up with is hopefully something that's not only easy to use, but looks good, and it works really well on tablets and smartphones and things like that. So let's take a look at the new city website and take a tour. It's greenvillenc.gov. So as you look at the new website, you'll see it's got vibrant colors. It's bright. These are colors that are targeted to young professionals. It's who we're targeting to try and get the young entrepreneurs to stay after they graduate from ECU or to locate in Greenville from other communities. The pictures rotate. They show who we are as a community and as an organization, and they'll change out as we go through the seasons. You'll see we've got these buttons down here. These are hot buttons that go to some of the most searched for and most visited sites within our site. City Council meetings, our City Compass app, Business Concierge, that's our one-stop shopping for our Office of Economic Development, helping those businesses in town grow or helping them relocate to Greenville. Permits and inspections that folks need for those businesses as they grow here in town. Recreation and parks, the recreation pages, because we are such a great city for recreation. And the GTV9 archives. This is where you'll see things like boards, commission meetings, city scenes, and other archives of videos that you've seen here on GTV9. We've got the Spotlight section that takes a look at different things that are going on in the community, from major city projects to big things that the city is up to, including our major projects. Our city calendar, well, you can see it not only what's going on in the next day or so, but also you can take a look at city news, the latest in what's going on in your city. And all you have to do to get more is click on View City News. From this main page, you can also see that we've got several topics, from I want to play, live, work, and government. The biggest of these drop-down menus, we call this a mega menu, if you will. Remember, one of the things that we heard was it was really hard to find information on the old site. We took a look at the different services that we provide as an organization and tried to make this topic-oriented. So as you needed information about, say, EMS information, right here in fire rescue, alarm permits, you know, we've got the false alarm ordinance and how to register your alarms right here. All the information you need for most of the things that the city does. But this is kind of big, and if you first see it, it looks a little bit unmanageable. So we broke it down into easier sections for you to manage based on the most visited sites within our website. So you've got Live, and this will be more of the everyday things that you need to know about the city, from our holiday schedule to trash and recycling schedule. Under the Work heading, it's things that people would need to know who have businesses or want to locate their businesses here in town, like the offices for building inspections. Also, we've got the Office of Economic Development here. And if you want to, say, sell your services to the city, here's a link up to the MWBE program. Now, under play, you can do anything from going out to see a play at ECU, head to River Park North, or if you're looking for things like biking or greenways, we've got that on here as well. Here's the greenways, and here's the bike map, not only for the city, but for the county. And remember, we looked at the analytics, at the pages that were the most sought after and the city services that were the most sought after. And we also combined them easily here under I want to. So I want to apply for a business license, maybe a city job. I want to be able to pay a parking ticket online. I want to find out about recreation programs in the city. Or I just want to get in touch with someone to maybe get on board with spring cleanup or get the city's e-newsletters. You can even request a bulky trash pickup right here on the city's website. As you head into the individual departments, you'll find some similarities from a department to department. Here in the city manager's office, you'll see we've got contact information. This is the same as we have on every department site. Well, not every department has the same exact contact information, but every department's contact information will be located on the same place on their homepage. Also, hot buttons based on what the city manager's office does. If you want to know about the city budget, click here. If you want to see the notes to council, the information that we send to the city council every week, click here. If you want to make a service request, this button gets you right into the City Compass app. We also have things like our calendar right here on the page or information on the city's Facebook page. So if you go back up here to the government, you can see all the different departments. And each of the departments has pretty much the same kind of thing. Again, the contact information here on the right, hot buttons showing the things that are the most visited within that department. And again, it's consistent within all the departments. So Public Works, Police Department, Fire Department, they'd all be the same. The contact information is different, but it's located in the same place. And the most visited pages are going to be right up here within the hot buttons. Some of the hot buttons may be located at the bottom of this main page, but the interior pages, all of the hot buttons will be on the top. So we tried to make these pages all much more organized and easier for you to go ahead and get through as you're trying to find the information that you want from the city. So that's it in a nutshell. The other really neat thing is it's responsive, which that just means it's easy to use on smartphones. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you take a look at the screen here, you can see if I make the city's website smaller, the window, it reorients itself so that the information is put up in a different way. So this is actually what you end up seeing on your smartphone. The information's there, and it's easier to find on something like a smartphone, on a tablet like your iPad or something like that. It's very easy without having to have a completely separate mobile site. It's all in one. It's easy for the city staff to use, and so far we've heard very positive comments from the citizens who are using it, and from businesses from out of town who are trying to find out information about our city and all the great things you can find in Greenville. So I encourage you to go ahead and check it out, greenvillenc.gov or City Compass. That's also found online under City Compass in greenvillenc.gov, or you can use it on a smartphone with our city app, the City Compass, available on iPhones and Androids as well.